Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is many a true nerd, and welcome to Is This Seat Taken?, which is a super chill game about optimising seating plans and, basically, oh yeah, 100% let's cock and go. So okay, what that means is, in this game, you get given a whole bunch of seats, a whole bunch of people, and you need to figure out the best way to seat them, because everybody's got their own personal preferences, so here we go. This chappie right here, this is an adult who wants to be sitting in an aisle seat, so that's absolutely fine. We'll give you an aisle seat, no problem whatsoever. You are now happy, meaning you would award me a star when the bus moves on. Lovely. The person who is standing next to you, though, that's Liam, who's a kid, which you can also tell to glance because, yeah, all the kids have got pink cheeks. So, okay, because you are a kid, you want to be by your parent. And on top of that, you want to be by the window, which is ideal because your parent wants the aisle seats. So grab you, pop you next to your parent right there, and now both of you are happy. Then we've got a couple of kids. One of them just wants to sit, so yeah, just don't go in the standing space here. And the other one wants to be next to another kid. So yeah, if we just put you next to each other right there, you'll be fine as well. And you play loud music but don't like bad smells. Now at the moment that's not a problem because none of these people care about loud music and there's no bad smells, so you're okay anyway. But yes, let's just say that's going to potentially change because yes, this is just the first stop on this bus route. So let's just shuffle people along. They're all happy. They'll give me, sorry, not stars, a thumbs up on this occasion. So okay, one person gets off the bus, meaning that kid has not got anyone to sit next to. And you're now generating, yes, loud music and you don't like smells. But there are various people who, yes, forgot to shower today. So you don't want to be near them. These people up top, though, they're important because, right, the little speech bubbles mean they want to talk to someone, so they need to be seated next to someone else who wants to talk. You want to talk and be next to the window. And yeah, you forgot to shower and you smell, but you don't care about that. But as a result, yeah, the seats behind you, they're now contaminated with bad smell. And all these seats, they're contaminated with loud noise. So putting, yeah, loud people together, as far as we can, that'd be a good idea. So, right, you need to be put next to, no. You need to go next to a kid, and there's only two kids. One kid needs to be next to their parent, and yeah, the seats only come in twos. So as a result of that, yeah, that kid's kind of blocked off in the corner there with their dad. So you have therefore got to go together with the kid who plays loud music. So, move you over here, you go next to the kid who's playing loud music, so we'll keep the music at the back of the bus if we can. But you play loud music, but want to be on your own, so you can't share a seat with anybody. So, right, this whole area is now music contaminated. This area is now smell contaminated. So you want to stand, and also you smell, so right, that limits the number of places you can be, though actually if we put you here, that means literally nothing's contaminated, but the other standing spot, that's not so bad, and you can't stand music, but you're okay with a bit of a smell, so you go right there, so okay with a bit of shuffling around, everything makes sense, absolutely fine. But yes, then of course, more and more people want to get on the damn bus, and some people want to naff off. So okay, we've now got 3 people who are all potential talkers and only one talker left on the bus. That needs to be 2 groups of 2. So if you're the smelly talker, we've got another smelly talker right here. So let's put those 2 together immediately. They're a good pair. They both want to talk, they both smell. That's spot on. You want to talk but can't deal with loud music. You want to talk but can't deal with smells. So okay, I believe, yeah, there is a space up here where you 2 could go. So yeah, there's no loud music here. We just put you 2 together. We're running out of, yes, uncontaminated seats in one way or another. Now you can't stand loud music or smells, but there are a couple of solo seats here. And we've got kids, so I want to sleep. And I want to be by the window. So, right, I'm assuming want to sleep means you can't deal with noise in the form of music or talking. But can you sleep through a bit of a bad smell? No, you can't. You could sleep right here, though, on this solo seat. So, okay. You also want to sleep. And you want an aisle seat. Okay, we now need to redesign the bus. Okay, pull the talkers off for just a second. And yeah, put a few more people who like music up here, though. No, you want it to be alone. But if we put you there, okay, you guys are all now happy. And aside from this one seat here, this entire area is now not contaminated by anything. So, right, you don't like bad smells, but need someone to talk to. You can't stand loud music, but you would be okay being in loud music range. So you go there, and then, yeah, you want to sleep, need an aisle seat. But if I put you here, there we go. The bus now works. Everybody gives me their thumbs up. Everything is lovely. And we move in to the last flipping stop. Because, yes, the final dot is just the end of the level. So, okay. You now need someone to sit next to again. You're no longer happy. You're fine being asleep. You're fine being asleep. So, right, the only miserable person on the bus right now is you. Because you just lost your friend. Could you go into that slot? Can't stand loud music. You know what? We've just lost the loud music people. So you could just go there to make you happy. You're all fine. You are, yes, a musical, but you need to be next to a very specific person. This person right here. Who unfortunately smells. So, right. I can't have you in the smelly section. Because, yeah, hang on. No, you guys don't care about music, actually. So, right. If I put you here, and then put you here as well, okay, the slightly unpleasant smelling section is now even smellier, spot on. You want to sleep, you don't like bad smells, you just go there, and okay. As it turns out, I'm a genius at arranging bus seating plans. So okay, let's jump into something a little bit more complicated here. A cinema, with more seats, multiple rows, a slightly more unusual orientation. So yes, there's twos, threes, there's one big row at the back. And as you go on, the requests are going to get more complicated. So, Gaia here wants to be near the centre of the room, is unfortunately, yes, a bit smelly in the form of too much cologne, but you can't deal with being next to anyone else who has a bad smell. So, right, for the time being, just pop you, oh dear. If we put you here, you contaminate, like, 6 seats around you. Right, you're going to be a problem. We need to, yes, work around early. We've also got some people with phones, so I look at my phone during the movie, and I want to be next to another kid, so, right. Just put you over here for a second. We need to find another kid who's fine being sat next to someone on their phone, so both of them would work, but this kid over here also needs to be next to their parents. And the parent in question wants to be, yes, in row 3, but not behind someone on their phone. They can be nearby, just not directly behind. So, okay. None of you actually care about, yes, the whole situation with the smelly person. So how about, yeah, we just put you together as a group, though. No, you want to steal popcorn from someone next to you, meaning because you need to go next to your parent on one side and your parent doesn't have popcorn, we need to put, yes, someone with a popcorn on the other side. And that means you have to go with the other kid by default because there's no other kids available and this kid's going to be surrounded. So, okay, don't like strong odors, eat popcorn, doesn't want to sit behind someone on their phone. So, right, you could go here. You two kids need to go together somewhere. So, look at my phone next to another kid. Also smelly and can't stand talking. Well, that's going to be a problem because, well, actually, you know what? You look at your phone during the movie. You don't talk. Other people are talking. So, you go over here for the time being. You two together. That's fine. So now, right, we've got smell and even more smell. So people who are sensitive to smells, they've now got to go over here on the right. And okay, what else do we have here? Who's actually, yes, not happy with smells potentially? You eat popcorn, you don't like smells, everyone else is fine. So you can just go in the back corner, over here. You want to be with Laura, and you make a loud comments. Quite loud, in fact. And unfortunately, that means, okay, you guys are no longer happy. Move you forward a bit. That's fine. In fact, you know what? The smelly people should be put in corners as far as possible. This guy can't be because he needs to be in the centre of the room. But generally, smelly people, yeah, put them into corners so they minimise the level of contamination around them. Then we've got you. You're a phone user who also wants to be in the center of the room. But okay. You don't care about that, so we'll put you there. That's a no. When it says behind someone on their phone, it's like right. So, okay, if we put you here, that's unfortunately right, okay. There's like very few spots that are center. In fact, literally, it's only 2 viable spots. Honestly, I just feel really bad for Laura right now, because in her current orientation, she's got someone making loud comments on one side, using their phone in front of her, being very smelly in front of her on the other side, and then finally there's a kid stealing all of her popcorn. Laura is not having a good time at the cinema today. Okay, if I take the smelliverse person and just move them over, then everyone else shuffles over by 1, we're now happy, because Laura's now out of, Luna's phone glare, just leaving you. You want to be alone, you don't want to sit behind someone on their phone. So, right, just literally put you on your own, and there we go, the cinema now works. But that was just the first showing. Now a few people naff off, and yes, as a result, there's a bit of popcorn sitting around, like, from the first sitting. And now we've got to, settle a new entire group, dealing with a new problem, which is some seats are now dirty. So yeah, let's start with the most fussy people. Lynn, who wants to be not next to a kid, and also not behind someone on their phone, and in row 2. So we'll put you off to one side immediately. How much popcorn do we have? We've got 3 popcorn eaters. How many people are popcorn thieves? Because that seems to be, surprisingly common. Okay, we've got 2 popcorn thieves. Eliana here, and Ray. Ray can't stand talking. Eliana also, oh dear, makes loud comments. So I'm guessing yes, if I was just to put you here to test this out or whatnot. Hang on. And you would be happy being next to this kid. But yeah, you're talking loudly and you still want to steal popcorn. So I've put you there. Okay, everybody's happy for the time being. Then we have got, okay. You are looking at your phone. You don't want a dirty seat. However, no one here seems to really be fussed about that, so that's fine. You want to be next to another kid. You don't want a dirty seat. That's fine. Go next to that kid there. All the popcorn thieves are already taken care of, so we don't need to worry about you. You want to be alone. You're eating popcorn. And yeah, as long as you're not behind a phone user, you're okay. Though, no, you want to be on your own. So, okay, here would do as we know no one's after a center seat for now. You look at your phone as well. If I put you here, right, these people do not care about phone usage, so yeah, the 2 phone users being together, that's good. And Maku also talks a lot, but doesn't want to be next to Eliana. They've had a falling out or something. So, if you put you, say, right here, no one cares about that. You want to be next to another kid, and you also need to be up front. So, okay, nice simple one for showing 2. Lovely. Okay, final showing, and now we've also got the introduction of, yes, someone wearing a big hat. They want to be in a row 2, and I'm guessing no one wants to be behind the big hat person, so that's fine. There's now a dirty seat here, and speaking of which, oh dear. The number of dirty seats is definitely going up a bit, so... Okay. If you don't care about a dirty seat, you're going in a dirty seat, because otherwise we're going to run out of seats. You want to be in a row 3, you can't stand talking. It doesn't say you hate big hats, but right, everybody hates big hats, got it. So in which case, you just go in the dirty seat at the rear, you don't care about that. Yeah, if anyone's got, like, a specific row requirement, let's start with them, so they're all in the right place. But beyond that, okay, I think we're fine. So, hang on, you've got a parent, and make loud comments. And your parent looks at their phone, and doesn't want to sit in a dirty seat. Now, phone people, ideally, in a perfect world, they ought to go, at the rear of the cinema. Because then their phone isn't disturbing anyone, because the light only goes backwards. So, okay. The kid doesn't actually care about a dirty seat or whatnot. So, we'll put you here, put your parents on the clean seat next to you. So yeah, now the phone isn't causing any trouble at all. Can we put the other phone person there as well? Can we just put you next to... no, hang on. Can't stand talking. John, that's literally the one place you can't go. So, okay, you go on the other slot in the back row here. So, once again, the phones have now been eliminated as a problem. That's good. Now, there's a kid here who needs to be next to another kid. It also needs to not be a dirty seat, so we can do that straight away. So, okay. You can't see well from far away. Needs to be clean. That's fine. We'll put you in the front row. So, okay. Near the center. Oh, hang on. We've got a center person here. You also can't stand talking. Oh, that's going to be a problem. Okay. We'll put you here for now, but we need to keep talkers away from you. So we've got one more talker who wants to steal popcorn and makes loud comments. Okay, we need to keep you away from the person in the center, and I need a snack. We'll go and get one then, instead of, like, stealing from the person next to you. Dear flipping dear. You eat popcorn, can't see well from far away, you'll be on the front row anyway, spot on. So, okay. You eat popcorn, don't want to be sitting behind someone on their phone, that is fine. We can just put you on the front row as well. But you two need to be sitting together and... Oh, I've got a problem here. Which is, you two need to be sitting together, but you also need to be sitting next to a popcorn person. So that means you have got to be sitting on, either the back row or row 2. Because, you can't be down on the front row, because that's 2 and 2, so there's no space for the popcorn person. Okay, hang on. If I put you here, and then moved you to here, you're still fine. Good. That leads to a 3 being available. But you need to be on the front row. You just need to not be behind someone on their phone. So, we move to here. You go next to popcorn on one side. Then you go on the other side, and the cinema is complete. Boom. And okay, what we've got now is, yes, a football stand. And as a result, any seat can be a seat, or you could convert it into a standing space. However, I'm going to work under the assumption, you want to stand, you cheer for, oh dear, you cheer for the home team, meaning I'm guessing if I put you next to someone who cheers for the visiting team, your team's awful, your team's awful too. This is the most polite football crowd in all of British history. This is lovely. But yes, as I was expecting, if you put someone behind someone who's standing, that's going to cause trouble. So, right. You want to stand, let's put you way up on the back row. Standing people go at the back, and then they don't cause trouble. Yeah, let's get the rows sorted one by one, because some people want to be in a row 1 and also want to stand. So, right, hang on. We'll put you right there, and you also want to be... Oh. You need to be with Nadia, who also wants to stand. So, right, that puts Nadia in row 1, so okay. These 2 seats are already, unfortunately, with a restricted view. Luckily, there's another stander who wants to go in a row 2. So presumably putting standers in a row, that's fine. People who are sitting behind standers, they're annoyed. But people who are standing, they're fine. Because, they can see over the person's head anyway. So, right, put standers behind other standers. Got it. And speaking of which, yes, you are cheering for the visiting team, but can't see well from far away. But that's fine, because we put you over here. So as long as someone's between you, you're not going to cause trouble. Have we got any more, people who need to be on the front row? No, but you want to be standing and in row 3. So that's fine. We'll just continue this column of standing people. That's a-okay. Oh, and you want to be with Atlas, who also is at the front row. So, right, the front row is fully spoken for. No one else goes there. And we've got, right, more popcorn thieves. Dear flipping dear. You want to be with this person. Would you be okay standing, or do you need to sit, or do you not care as long as you're with your friends? They're blocking. No, you've got to be standing, because otherwise, yes, you wouldn't be able to see. So luckily, you're okay standing. I think if it doesn't specify, they could do either. So yeah, some people want to sit, some people want to stand, some people, it doesn't matter. So in which case, right, you're row 3, eating popcorn. Congratulations. So you're now going there. Now, where was the popcorn thief? Because, yeah, the other popcorn person wants to be alone. So we can't steal popcorn off you. So, okay, hang on. You cheer for the home team. And, yeah, you want to be stealing popcorn. There you go, buddy. You want to sit in row 2, you could go there, that's not a problem. You want to sit in row 4, that's fine. You want to be alone, sit and eat popcorn, pop you in the top corner, and there we go, outside of the front row, not a problem. Though, yes, that was just the first, like, I was about to say half, but like, let's say quarter. Like, football matches don't really have quarters, it's just half and a half, but let's say quarters, fine, whatever. Right, let's start with the most complicated people here, which is paired up people, because they often have weird requirements. So, we'll put you together in row 3, sitting down, that's A-okay. So, right, we've got 2 visitors right there. And okay, people who are there to cheer for a team are very literally cheering. They're generating noise pollution. You've got sensitive ears. So, right, we'll just sit you down here. That's fine, out of the way of all the people who are cheering. You also need to be, yes, nearby to your backpack. So, okay. We'll just put you at the rear for now, and that's absolutely fine. Then we've got cheering for the home team, but you want to be on your own, so we'll put you in a corner right at the front. That's a-okay. All seats down until we need to do something else. So, you also cheer for the home team. So, oh, that's interesting. If you put, yes, supporters together, they start singing. If you don't put them together, they don't sing. So, right. Ideally, you want to keep them a bit separate, so they don't start singing, and thus disturb the people who don't enjoy the singing. So, okay. You want to stand and cheer for the home team. I'm guessing you're going to be upset. So, hang on. We just change that seat because you want to stand. Okay, you can't deal with the other team's chanting. Got it. So, we'll just put you on the front row with the other people who are cheering at that team. You guys can all go together, that's fine. Is anyone else, like, you know, there we go, sensitive ears, wants to stand? You can go right here, and no, because now you're standing. You want to be next to your backpack, and we can put that there, though. Right. You're also a home team. If I just swap you round with your... No, hang on. You just come down over here. No, hang on. Now you're upset because of the noise, so... sensitive ears wants to stand. Can you just go at the back here with... Yes, you can just go at the back here. That's fine. You want to stand, now have no other requirements whatsoever, so we'll just pop you right there. You want to stand too, so we'll just pop you right at the front in the middle of the chanting. You want to steal popcorn. So, okay, if I could just put you at the back here, that's fine. You want to sit and steal popcorn. So you're fine on the front row, though. Hang on. Who's upset? You want to be alone and also cheer for the home team. I mean, could we just literally swap you two round, and you just need to stand. That's fine. I'll pop you there. And there we go. Much better. So, okay. Generating chanting or stopping it, that could be important as the match goes on. Gotcha. And speaking of a noise, oh dear. We've got people who have brought air horns. I'm guessing that generates, yeah, that generates noise in every direction. So, if we just put the air horn people, like, you know, right at the back here, out of the way, there we go. They're now not causing quite so much trouble. We might need to move them as time goes by, though. You need to be with Elizabeth, cheering for the home team, and standing. And you need to not have a dirty seat. And by the looks of it, yeah, you want to sit and cheer for the home team. So we'll put you guys down in the corner too. So, right. You have sensitive ears, but don't care about dirty seats. So we'll put you in the quiet corner up here. So, popcorn, row 2. We'll put you here, buddy. You're not very fussy. Who wants to steal popcorn? You. You want to, yeah, cheer for the visiting team. So we can't have you inside chant range. So we'll put you there, and then you can stand next to this person. That's fine. You want to be back at 4. Sit down and eat popcorn. Don't care about the noise, so you can go in the, yes, air horn zone. You also want to steal popcorn and cheer for the home team. That's fine. You could go at the back too. That's A-OK. Then we've got you sitting in not dirty seat. That's A-OK. And then you want to be in row 1. Not a dirty seat. Well, there's only one option. And you have, oh dear. You've got sensitive ears. I'm guessing that means the chanting's not okay. The problem is, right, is there any reason you guys need to be on the front row? You just want to stand with Elizabeth. You just need things to be not dirty. But if you two are here, now I just need to find, yeah, a new spot for you guys. And anyone with a flag is going to be upset by you. And that's the quiet zone. So, right, pull you out of there. Can we bring you guys right to the back here? Because, yeah, you just want a clean seat. Though, okay, you guys are fine. You're singing, and that's A-OK. You want to stand with Elizabeth. We'll put you back there. So, right, air horns and chanting coming from the back row. But now you can just jam. Sit right here in the new quiet corner, and the match is ready to go. Oh dear. Stuff's about to get nasty because now everybody is part of one team or the other. So, okay. In a perfect world, we need, like, you know, a division line. You know, an empty row of seats that nobody sits in. Oh, now you're going to be an issue. You've got sensitive ears, but if I put, you know, people from the same team together, they're going to start singing. And there's another sensitive ears on the other side too, so, oh dear. This is, not going to go well, I think. And there's also an air horn, because why wouldn't there be? Okay, let's put sensitive ears people right in the corner to minimize the problems from singing or whatnot. But yeah, the moment you go next to anyone with your team flag, immediately singing. So, right. Right. How are we going to sort this out? Well, let's start off with the people who've got specific rows. So, you want to be in row 2. You can't see very well, so you need to be in row 1. Anything else here at all? No. You eat popcorn. Does anyone want to? You want to steal popcorn, so you can do that. Though, if you two are next to each other, as a result of that, immediately this person starts getting annoyed. And if he goes next to his friends, that also kicks off, oh dear. Okay, let's just start putting people into position here. We'll work on, yes, how we optimize it as we go. You also want to stand, so we'll just put you at the front right here. That's fine. So, the problem is this isn't going to work because, yeah, you have sensitive ears, but if I just don't touch these seats, then, as a result of that, he's got to go next to someone from his own team, and then they'll start singing. Okay, but because we're only using 6 of the seats over here, 2 seats are available on this side for the home team crowd to go into. Okay, that could potentially work. So here we go. Put, yes, air horn person in the separation zone right here. Then we can move the other singers forward, and sensitive ear chappy could just be at the rear. Which also gives us more space on the back row for some other home team people, though. Oh, hang on, this is not going to work, is it? No, this is definitely... Wait, hang on. You can be right behind an away team person, can't you? That's fine. No, because you can't be in the chant. So, right, now there's not going to be enough space for home team people outside of the chanting zone. Okay, but if I move a horn person over to the right, so he's on his own, that means he's producing horn noise, but he's not doing chanting. So, okay. Okay. That creates a new seat over here where one of you guys can potentially go. and you want to be on your own, cheering for the home team. If I put you there, yep, you guys are fine, because you don't care about the horn noise, and you're not, yes, next to the singing of the visiting team. That's sitting, not dirty. Home team cheering. Put you there, leaving just one person who wants to steal cocking popcorn. Well, that's no good, is it? Right, take you out for a second, put you in instead. That now works, and you're now stealing popcorn. So yeah, we've got some home team singing at the rear, away team singing in this corner. No one cares about the air horn, leaving one person who's a home team person and wants to stand. Now, if we were to put you right here, no, that wouldn't be good enough because you're now in a range of chanting, like the away team chanting, so you're not willing to accept that. And if I were to put you one further back, then you'd start singing an annoying yes at this person. Also, hang on, why are you annoyed? Wait, what did you want again? You want to stand and... Right, you're annoyed because, yes, there's someone from the other team sitting next to you. Okay, I've rearranged things a bit, so yeah, the away team chant is now just a one big row at the front. And the home team chant, that's a one row at the top right, leaving a relatively large amount of space here that's got no noise in the top left. So we've got, yes, the two sensitive people here, but also on top of that, Laura. So you've got to be, yeah, one on your own, but two put in a position where you don't start singing. So if I was to put you here, no, then you're not happy because you're in range of those chants. So, okay, hang on, where do you need to go? Because you need to, yes, not go next to any of these people, or close enough to trigger another chant, because you want to be on your own. Because annoyingly, this does mean, yeah, both the sensitive people can just be up at the top left, and that's fine. Okay, take Annabella out of that seat. Put you in there, you're fine, because you're happy with, yes, any seat that's not dirty. And you cheer for the home team, but if I was to put you here... Oh, we flippy got it! We have officially solved the football! And that broadly is this seat taken, because, yes, it's just funnel variants on that same puzzle. So, you know, there's buses, there's bars, there's classrooms, there's all sorts of bits and pieces with all sorts of different requirements tossed in. And I will freely admit, it's a pretty simple game, and as I understand it, a fairly short one as well, but... Oh yeah, this for me is just a lovely, relaxing little time waster. For the right person in the right mood, this could be just the thing. So, recommended as far as I'm concerned, link in the description below. And yeah, this game is not that expensive. This is a nice, cheap one. So, yeah, I'd say for some people, this could be just the flipping thing. And as for me, oh yeah, I could see myself playing a bit more of this in my own time, just as a nice way of relaxing, because this game just speaks to me. So, rest assured, I will very much be keeping an eye on what this team does next, because whatever it is, oh bloody hell, I will be right there when it's ready to go. So hopefully you're looking forward to that. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerds, and this has been the delightful Is This Seat Taken? Thank you very much, and goodbye.
I've created a small problem in my road system, which is it's literally impossible for anyone to ever go back into town. And this building shall be where we produce our zebras. And this much taller building next door is naturally where we produce the giraffes. Does anyone remember how the road system went? I think it was something like this.